you know how I do. Push.
I done seen the best of them jammed up. 25 to life and they can't stop. Never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking on the phones, they can hear us. 7 in the morning and they in my home. My bank account's froze, what is going on? Why it all start going wrong? From talking on the phone.
Too many handle business on my own, cause you ain't right, and that's I don't condone. I got homies behind the wall wishing they was home. They got jammed up, kept discussing business on the phone. But Scotty, boy, we 200 bands off them $20 flips. I'm going by myself when it's time to up. That way police don't have a clue when you turn up. I'm dolo when I'm out making different moves. Pull up to the shop just to pick and choose. I'm that, don't get confused, cause even when the prayed I didn't lose. Machine.
I done seen the best of them jammed up. 25 to life and they can't stop. Never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking on the phones, they can hear us. 7 in the morning and they in my home. My bank account's froze, what is going on? Why it all start going wrong? From talking on the phones.
Money back. Money back. Money back. Make it like a money back. Money back. God, I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just what I say. I say, babe, it's he said it's a them pretty. You look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway, looking like money back, 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 money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. He said you look like this. He make sure he put Cardi down on his list. Now why this? Gonna look on my snap. I take a man and I won't give him back. I just walk into the booth and attack. I hit this guy.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Indianapolis Colts. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. For the first time with Alvin Kamara. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19! Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Stevens. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there on third down for the Browns. 47 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. On the counter, here's Kamara. Room here to run. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Second down, Mayfield. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56!
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Terrell Basham in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
On first, they go right back to Howard. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Watch 32. Check out. Ride 60. 12, 12, 12. Spud, spud, spud. Go, go, go.
Play action. It's locked. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
On second down, Kamara. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. And on third down, the Colts have added an extra defensive back.
Flooding the passing lanes.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. The former Brown, Jabal Sheard, forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a second and long to start things out. Throwing, Mayfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Browns on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be third and forever.
Detroit! Detroit!
To throw, Mayfield. Throw left side complete. It's Stevens. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They're looking at a first and goal from about the 9. Mayfield to throw it. And he's going to go down. down. Sacked right around the 17. Jabal Sheard in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Mayfield now on second down, eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. The Browns on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is third and goal. Mayfield now. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Terrell Basham in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Oh, this ball hangs out to the right. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one, and I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. James has got it. Complete. And down he'll go at the 25. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down.
To right. 11 Z. Hey, easy.
Here's Locke. And James has it. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A big gain of 39 on third.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around to make a play on the football.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Two minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. To throw on second down is Locke. His throw caught right around the 6. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jesse James, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are in for 6. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Mayfield looks to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Pulled in at the 24. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here. 1st and 10. And the Colts coming out now. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On second down, here's Locke. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Holloway. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
To your right.
On 1st and 10, Locke. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. Howard has the first down and then some. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity of the ball game. 1st and 10 at the 19. From the red zone now, Locke. They'll roll him out right. this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Ryan Grant, the intended target, and it's second down. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And Bullock will put this one through. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis where the Colts are. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Luck on first down. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for second down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. On the handoff, this is Howard. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. A shotgun snap for Love. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he's got some space here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Mayfield on first down. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Terrell Basham. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Mayfield. Throw left side complete. It's Reynolds. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. As his guys are in for 6. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Shrugs him off. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
To your right. Hey, wide, 622, 280.
Again, it's Howard. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now Howard. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll try the air now with Locke. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jesse James, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And he'll bang that one through. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They go play action here on first down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made. And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Stevens. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Mayfield. Throw left side complete. It's Stevens. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Not often do fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the fourth. Now a play fake here on first down. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Stevens. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes...
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking. Beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Colts getting ready to go. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that'll get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space? Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow delivery.
Now Howard stripped. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Buying time to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. From the gun, Mayfield. And now he'll tuck it and run. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And his kick is no good. Oh, by the slimmest of margins, he missed it wide to the left. So he came that close to tying it, but this one sails wide by a whisker.
And Brandon, pro football is a game of inches in more ways than one. That one looked good the whole way. But it's agony on one sideline, celebration on the other.
On 1st down, Luck looking deep for Hilton. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Hurry.
This is Howard on 2nd down. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the 1st down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Out of the gun, Luck. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard there in the 4th quarter in Philadelphia. And the Eagles have extended their lead in that ball game. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. Back to throw. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
He's back to throw. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
All right, now look at 56. All right, here we go. 56.
He'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's brought down. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Now a desperation throw deep. Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
They'll give to Howard. And not much room there as he'll get it up only to about the 21. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Luck gonna throw it. Throw left side complete. That's James. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. The Colts on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Luck. He's got the first down and more past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Luck now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Luck now to throw. Being chased out left. Ebron caught left side. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
They run with Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Now it's Luck. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.